Now this is a continuation video for the first video on moment of inertia. Question number 7. This figure shows a thin metallic triangular lamina ABC. This is a triangular lamina. The mass of the sheet is m. The moment of inertia of sheet about the side AC is, they are given 4 options. So we have to solve the problems. For the solution, we can take that we have already learned that moment of inertia of a triangular sheet when the height of the triangular frame is h, triangular sheet is h, the moment of inertia about the base ABC, let BC the base, so IBC is equal to mh square by 6. This was the formula. So simple thing, we have to apply the formula here. Now for this height h, here the height will be like this. So first we have to calculate the height of the cylinder, the lamina. So if this is the height h, this is L, this is L. So by Pythagoras theorem, this length is root 12. So length of AC is root 2L. So if this is D, half of this is AC by 2 is equal to L by root 2. Now if this is L by root 2 and this is L, this is also 90 degree. So from the triangle we can write it like this: L square plus L square by 2 is equal to H square. Mistaken, minus L square minus L square by 2 is equal to H square. So H square is equal to L square by 2. So H is equal to L by root 2. So for this diagram that is given, the height of the triangular lamina comes out to be L by root 2. So instead of H, we will replace it by L by root 2. So replace IAC. So we have to calculate IAC, that will be 1 by 6 according to the formula mh square. Now what is h here? H is L by root 2 whole square. So 1 by 6 ml square by 2, or rather ml square by 12. So the answer to this problem will be ml square by 12, option B. Now problem number 8. These are two solid aluminium spheres, one with a radius of r and another a radius of 2r. The first one has moment of inertia of I about an axis passing through the center and along any one of its diameter. The question is to find out the moment of inertia of a same aluminium sphere but of radius 2r. Now let the mass of the first one, let the mass of sphere of radius r is equal to m, or rather we can take it as capital M. Now we all know m is equal to V into rho, volume into density. Now the volume of a sphere, as you all know, it is 4/3 pi r cube. The radius is already given to be r. So m is 4/3 pi r cube into rho. Similarly, let the mass of sphere of radius 2r is equal to m dash. Now again m dash is equal to v dash into rho, because both the spheres are made up of aluminium. So the rho, the density will be the same. The mass will be different as the volume occupied will be different as the radius is 2r. Now how to find out m dash? So m dash is equal to 4/3 pi 2r cube into rho. 2r cube into rho. Now from this one, if we replace the value of rho here, or rather you can do it in this fashion also, m dash is equal to 4/3 pi into 4r cube rho. Now if we take 4 out of this and 4 by 3 pi r cube rho, now what was 4/3 pi r cube rho? It was m, so it becomes equal to 4m. Now there is a slight mistake, it will be 8. So 8 comes out 8m. So the relation between m dash and m is m dash is equal to 8m. So the moment of inertia of this rod I dash, suppose the formula is 2 by 5 mr square. So for m we have to write 8m, and for mr square, so what is the value of r? They've already given it to be 2r square. So it becomes 2 by 5 into 8 into 4 mr square. So 32 into 5. So 32, 8 4s are 32 and 2. You can write it like this: 32 into 2 by 5 mr square. Now again 2 by 5 mr square means the moment of inertia of this small cylinder. Here I is equal to 2 by 5 mr square according to what we have taken m and the radius as r. So 32 into 2 by 5 mr square means 32i, 32 times the moment of inertia as in the previous case. So I dash is equal to 32i. This is the answer. So the option will be 32i. Problem number 9. The ninth problem, the moment of inertia of a hollow cubical box of mass m. Now this is a hollow cubical box. Trying to draw a hollow cubical box. These are the faces of the box, internal faces. Mass m and side A, small a, about an axis passing through the center of two opposite faces. So if we take the axis to be like this is the axis, and this comes out from the opposite end, passing through the centers of two opposite faces, is equal to 4 options. You have to take one option correct. So we can divide this figure into 2 parts. One is the 4 walls and the ceiling and the floor. So if we take the mass, or the total mass is m, so number of sides is 6. So mass of one side, capital M by 6, we have taken that to be small m. Side about an axis. Now area of one plate is equal to a square. So there are 6 plates, so it will be 6a square. If we can solve the problem into 2 parts, one part is take any one of the sides like ABFB or ADCB or EFC GH, sorry, it's not C, GH. So the sides, we are taking into consideration the sides which are parallel to this axis and not these 2 sides BFGC and AEHG, the sides in which the axis have penetrated through. We will separate these 2 sides and calculate it laterwards. So first try and find out the moment of inertia of the plates which are parallel to this axis. Let us take for example I of ABFE. We can also call this ceiling of this cube. Now what is I of ABFB? This is the ceiling. So for that we know that ms square by 12. Similarly for this case, the floor is DHGB. So I of DHGB, it will be also equal to ms square by 12. Now these are the formula when the moment of inertia passes through the center and parallel to the plane. That means like this. This is a plane. It passes through the center and the axis is parallel to the sides, to one pair of the sides. So we have to shift the value of IBFE, like I dash ABFE, by a distance of a by 2. So ma square by 12 plus m a by 2 whole square. So I dash AF ABFE, it will be ma square by 3. So ma square by 12 plus m a by 2 whole square becomes ma square by 3. Now this is the same for all the sides parallel to this axis. AEFB, DHGC, EFGH and ABCD. These four sides will have the same value as ma square by 3. Now if there are four sides, so it becomes 4 into this value, ma square by 3. And for the rest two sides in which the axis is perpendicular and penetrating through the center of the plate. Now we know the moment of inertia of rectangular or square lamina when the axis is perpendicular to its plane and passes through the center of the lamina. The value is ma square by 3, I suppose. Ma square by 6, sorry. Ma square by 6 into 2, because there are two sides, one is BFGE GC, another is AEHD. These two sides, the axes have intersected through the centers. So this will be the required moment of inertia. So 3, so 4 and 5. So it becomes 5 by 3 ma square. It becomes 5 by 3 ma square. 4, 2 gets eliminated, 2 and 6 get eliminated, here 3. So 1 by 3 becomes 5 by 3 ma square. Now, question number 10. This is a square plate, originally a square plate of side 4. So 4 holes of radius four holes of radius are cut off from a from a thin square plate of side 4 and mass m. Moment of inertia of the remaining portion. So the question is moment of inertia of the remaining portion after the disc have been cut out. Now each disc has a radius of r. This is the place or the point center of the disc, and the height and the axis is the z-axis. So for a solution, we have to take one disc at a time, one part at a time. Take the moment of inertia of the original uncut square plate along z-axis. Now moment of inertia of the remaining portion about z-axis. So if this is x and this is y lying on the plane of the disc, so z will be like this. So moment of inertia of the original uncut square plate along z-axis is ml square by 6. Here L is equal to 4r, so 4r square by 6, so 16 by 6 mr square, so 8 by 3 mr square. So we have finished one part. Now we have to find out the moment of inertia of each of this cutout portion with respect to the z-axis, with respect to this z-axis. Now if we can first find out the moment of inertia of each of this cut disc like this, the axis passing through its center and perpendicular to its plane. So the formula goes as, if this is a disc of radius r, the moment of inertia I is equal to, for the disc it will be half mr square, mass of one disc is equal to small m, So moment of inertia along its own axis, that is perpendicular to its plane, is half mr square. Now we have to shift this axis by a distance of this distance. Now if this is r, this is also r radius, and this is r, this is also r. So this becomes a right angle triangle with two sides of length r. So if we name this as O and this as suppose P. So the length of, what will be the length of PO? What will be PO? PO will be like this. This was a triangle R R. This is PO. So PO will be square root of 2R, R square plus R square, 2R square, square root becomes root 2R. So we have to shift the axis. This is the shift in axis. So the moment of inertia of cutoff disc along z axis is half mr square plus m into root 2r square. Now there are 4 cutoff discs. So moment of inertia, this value will become 4 times. So 4 into half mr square plus m into root 2r square. So by calculating this value we get half mr square and 2. So it becomes 5 by 2 mr square. So 2 gets cancelled. So 10 mr square. Now we have taken the mass of one small disk as small m. So what will be the mass related to the mass of the square disk? So relation between m and small m. Now small m is equal to capital M by 16 r square. That means mass per unit area into the area of one cutout part. That gives the mass of the one cutout part. So pi m by 16, as r square gets cancelled. So the value of small m is pi m by r square. So this will be 10 into pi m by 16 into r square equals 16 means 8 and this is 5. So 5 by 8 pi m r square. Now the last part is the required moment of inertia. Now take this to be suppose cut off 4 discs, take it to be I1. Okay, so required moment of inertia means I minus I1. Now what was I? I was the moment of inertia of the original square plate was 8 by 3 mr square. So replace the value of I, 8 by 3 mr square, minus what is the value of I1? It is 5 by 8 pi mr square. So if you can only take mr square out of the bracket, mr square. So this is the answer. As the 4 discs have been cut out from the original square plate, that is where we are subtracting the moment of inertia. This is the reason why we have subtracted the moment of inertia.